This is why every business like yours needs a YouTube channel right now. And the reason is this: YouTube is the largest streaming platform on the planet. And the beautiful thing about organic content, specifically on YouTube, is that people are on their computers and they're searching for things. They're searching for things that they need specific answers to specific questions. Now, I don't want this video to be fluff because I don't want to waste your time. But the reason why I'm saying right now, and I'll explain to you my reasons, I believe that we're in definitely a digital gold rush. AI is one thing, absolutely, but video as an asset class, that's something that I will stand on a hill on that specific topic. Video is the new asset class which provides value for your business. And the reason why you need it now, more so than say 2 years, 3 years ago, is simply due to the fact that the more AI content that comes out, the more oversaturated that type of content becomes. And I genuinely believe, this is my, you know, personal beliefs, right? Business beliefs, if you will. I genuinely believe that humans are going to get fatigued with AI content. Now we're starting to detect it. You can kind of tell if it's AI scripted, AI generated, right? Even with video or just text. But people are starting to figure that out. And I think we're going to get to the point where you need to have that human connection because we're humans, right? We need to speak and interact and engage with other human beings. That's just how we're wired. And no matter the AI, no matter the data centers, that doesn't matter. And that's not going to change. So the reason why you need that channel now is because you want to be expressing your human tendencies and nature through the camera, right? This is not about look at me, I want more views. As a business owner, you want to get sales, you want to get customers, you want to get leads, you want conversions to your product, you want activity, you want transactions. That's how your business is going to thrive. I mean, I'm currently on track to do 100 videos by the end of this month on this channel. And that is small, right? On the same subject of enterprise software, marketing, like creator economy. These are things that I love, right? I love to talk about. These are things that interest me. It's what I've spent the past years doing. Okay. However, would I much rather prefer to be on the beach instead of a studio room? Of course. But I still love what I'm doing. Would I much rather like to be driving Mercedes around the streets and, modifying my car? Of course. And I'll probably do that in the future when and I have another channel. But business is business and sometimes it's boring. But that doesn't take away from the fact that now is the time you should have your channel. It's needed now. You've got expertise, you've got product that you want to sell, you've got customers that you want to serve. You need a channel. You need to have a competitive edge because I'm telling you, there's probably people in your industry who turn their nose up to YouTube. They say, oh, I don't need that. We're fine. And I speak to companies sometimes if I decide to do some prospecting, right? I speak to them and this is what they say. They say, no, I'm okay. No, we're good. It's like, you're not good. Right? Let's just break it down. You're not good. You don't have any automation. You don't even know what AI can do for your business. And it doesn't necessarily mean AI specifically, content, full stop. Right? People don't know what you can do with YouTube. They don't know that is a tool that is generating hundreds of thousands and millions of dollars of revenue for businesses who use it. Now, you can get granular with the type of, business transactions and the way how you conduct your business through YouTube. A lot of the time you see companies and brands, personal brands, they do a podcast, okay? That's going to be one way to gravitate an audience to them. It's a way to go longer and deeper on a specific subject. And As we know, Google says 7 hours of touch points, or you might not know, but Google say you need 7 hours of touch points for a consumer to make a buying decisions. That's essentially what I call the trust score. That's the bare minimum benchmark. And that's 7 hours of content across multiple touch points. So even if you say, look, I'm just going to focus on YouTube, how I see that is times that by 7. Okay. So you want 49 hours worth of content on YouTube on the same subject to kind of balance out those touch points. Okay. You could go deeper and you could say, I'm going to do Instagram content, I'm going to do TikTok. But what tends to happen is for a lot of creators and entrepreneurs and business owners, they get overwhelmed and then they do nothing. And I don't want you to do nothing. I just want you to do the basics for your business, which is uploading videos, start your channel, brand it, figure out the messaging. Your messaging might even change. I'm constantly evolving mine until I know it's right. I'm going to tweak. And whilst my channel has less than 500 videos, I have that luxury. Once it gets to the point where, I'm doing tens of thousands, millions of views, then I'll probably just leave it as is because it's working at that point. But I'm not going to stop until I'm satisfied. I'll test, do a batch of videos, and then I'll reassess where I'm at. What's the thumbnails like? What was my delivery like? What was the subject matter like? Was I serving my audience, my ideal customer profile? Was I serving them with the information in the video? I've got to think about all of these things. But I've got to do that now as a business owner. I cannot wait till 2027, 2028, 2029, 2030 to start YouTube. I must start now. Think about the times that we're in economically. A lot of people lean more to entertainment in these, harsh economic times, times of war, etc. But at the same time, new innovations are actually happening. New businesses are being formed. You might have the secret sauce or just sauce that can serve the people looking for it. But how are they going to find you if you don't know? I can never expect any customer or client or user to find my software first party, which is, a all-in-one YouTube enterprise software, which I've developed specifically for businesses like yours. I cannot expect them to find that if I myself as the owner don't do content. I cannot just think, the only way to get content now is just to pay for advertisements. That's one way. For sure, you can get in front of the right people, generate leads, generate book calls. But your cost, or customer acquisition cost, your CAC, is going to be a lot lower if you have a personal brand. If you've got content that's working for you whilst you're asleep, getting views, comments, shares, right? If you have that content working for you, you're going to be in a much better position than the business down the street or on the internet who's saying, no, we're good. I don't want to do YouTube. That is insane. It's the largest streaming platform. Why would you not get on that? And YouTube has been growing for such a long time where it's got to the point where people who know about it, and people who don't just don't. But I'm telling you as a business owner, you seriously should be considering starting that channel now, not tomorrow, now, right now, whilst you're watching this video. Open up another tab, keep listening to my beautiful voice, and create your YouTube channel right now. You just need a free Google email and then you can start. And the reason why you should start now, my belief, this is just my take, you can go do your own research, but I believe that humans are going to get fatigued with all of this AI. And organic content is going to be even more important than it already is. But in the future, it's going to be even more important because humans want other humans to synthesize information that they can understand, apply, and make it benefit their own lives. They don't want that from a robot. They don't want that from a chatbot. And just think, anytime you go on a customer service call and you want to speak to a human, but the company make it so difficult. They make it so difficult to just speak to a human because they want to reduce their costs. And that frustration is what I believe more humans are going to face in the coming years. The technology is going to keep going up. We're going to be able to do more things, but we're going to be bogged down by speaking to chatbots and watching content that isn't even humans. It's happening now. There's content out there that you don't even know if it's human or not. If you're just scrolling, sometimes you won't even realize. But that aside, now is that time to start building your portfolio, which is what I call it, of video assets. Start that today. Start building up all of those mini videos that are going to be working in your favor when you're sleeping, when you're not open for business. People are going to be messaging, clicking links, and getting all that activity. And that activity is what first party specifically is designed to manage and maintain and show you the information that's relevant to you as the business owner and a team. Okay. And that's why I'm saying, if you want to learn more about that, watch this video. I do a deep dive. But if you still have more questions and you still want to, have an actual demo and see how it's applicable to your business, then just book a call. Book a demo call. I'll walk you through it. I'll show you the benefits. I'll teach you how the software works and see and show you how it can actually benefit you and your enterprise journey on YouTube. Because you need systems. I know from 1 second how much my trust score is. How many minutes do I have on YouTube? I think at the moment it's about 942 minutes, something like that. It's without looking at the screen, but somewhere around that, 942 minutes. I'm over the benchmark of 420 minutes by, over 500 minutes. And that's still not enough. My goal is to get 600,000 minutes of content on YouTube. That's 10,000 hours of content. Think about that. People talk about 10,000 hours to master a specific skill, for sure. But imagine you got 10,000 hours of content on your channel. How influential will your business be? How influential will your brand be if you have 600,000 minutes of content on your channel? It's going to be pretty impactful, right? For sure. So that's why you've got to do it now, because you've got to build up that library. It takes time, right? I'm coming up to 1,000 minutes, 1 measly 1,000 minutes of content. And how can I then, as a business owner, expect people to be booking calls and buying my products and, doing all of these things, whether it's, the Santino Brillant watch, Crescendo, it doesn't matter. Like, how can I expect them to buy that if they don't know who the brand is or even if it exists? And this is why it's important to do it now, guys. This is important for your business to survive that next wave. And I'm not fear-mongering you here. You could probably survive and get along, but I'm talking about thriving. I'm talking about elevating that revenue, right? An EBITDA number that just makes your accountant smile every single week when you speak to them. I'm talking about growth in your business in this digital age that will transform your life, your business, your family, your staff, your colleagues, your suppliers, everything. Everybody is going to win if your business is winning. And that's everyone around you, right? Everyone associated with that business. They're going to win based off of proximity. If you have a brand, especially on YouTube, you got that shiny silver plaque, 100K subscribers, nice. 1 million subscribers, you get the gold plaque, very nice. These things will have an impact in your bottom line, for sure. But it's not going to happen if you don't start the channel. So I hope that video was useful to you. As you can see, I'm very passionate about this subject. And if you want to book a demo call and I can show you firsthand, then click that link in the description. I'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.